Hi guys, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm excited to get these classes started this year.
Cool. You got a full class? A lot of people coming?
There are 8 people registered so far, and a bunch of moderators. But I have a guest. I have a special guest coming
Cool.
for class next week. So one of our members in the Candle Chef Academy has a silicone mold company, and she sells silicone molds.
Uh-huh.
And she's very knowledgeable on the differences between the tin cure and the platinum cures. And so she's gonna be a guest. I'm gonna sponsor her, and I really like her molds out on Etsy. So it'll be a variation, and it'll be a variation and a variety. Hello.
So Tasha's iPhone, and I was like, wait a minute, I need to log in again. But that'll be fun.
That was with texting off.
Yeah, I think so.
This is going to be exciting. So not only am I going to teach you guys how to get started in crafting molds yourself, I'm going to have a platform on the Candle Chef Academy or the candlechef.com where you guys can, like, when you guys make silicone molds, you can actually sell them to the other candle makers in the Candle Chef Academy.
Okay.
You can promote them and sell them, and I think it'll be great. Well, Tasha, you've sold on my website before. It'll work kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just send a picture of the silicone mold that you made, and then I'll upload it to the candlechef.com, and then anybody from the Candle Chef Academy can purchase it. And yeah, then you just get the money through PayPal, and then you ship it out. And it'll be a way for you guys to make some money back, because silicone molds are expensive. Holy crap! Silicone's about a dollar per ounce. And when you're making like 50 different silicone molds for all the different things that you got to make for food candles, like chocolate chips and cookies and ice creams and cupcakes, and all that stuff, it's like that adds up. Each silicone mold is like, 8 to 10 ounces, sometimes 16, sometimes more. So that's like 16 to 20 bucks per mold. I've probably spent close to over $2,000 on silicone molds. And that was before I started making them myself. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start making them myself.
Yeah.
So, and this is gonna open up a lot of options and opportunities for you guys to get creative. A lot of creativity is going to come out of this. I'm going to show you how, like, kind of the basics on the 3 different types of food candles that you can make silicone molds with, and then you can take that basics and then apply it to pretty much anything you can find in the grocery store. So you can go out to the grocery store and say, hey, I want to make, an Oreo delight, or I want to make an ice cream cone or a waffle cone. And you see, when I go to the grocery store, I don't look for food. I'm like, when I shop for food, I'm like, I'm shopping for food, but then I'm also looking for ideas for different candles and stuff. I'm like, ooh, I can make a silicone mold of that. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. And then I not only want to teach you guys, I want to showcase what you guys make from the class and showcase them in our Candle Chef Academy so you guys can, share tips and tricks. And I think it's really going to boost the quality of everybody's, it's really going to boost the quality of everybody's food candles in our group. And I think it's going to, it's really going to make our group stand out as far as the quality and the creativity and all that stuff. So you guys are coming in on the ground floor of this, and I got so many things planned for this year. So many things planned. You know me, Tasha. I'm a visionary.
Yes, he is.
So
Hey, Melinda.
Hey.
hi, Charmaine.
Hey, Charmaine.
Hey. Oh, you said my name is not Charmaine. My name is Charmin. You tried.
Charmin, I am so sorry.
Ooh.
Charmin Anderson.
Ah, he gave you a new name, girl.
Yeah. Oh,
Stage
name.
I have a little dyslexia, and I saw the A and the I, and So I'm sorry. Please.
It's all good.
I'm with you because I was thinking the same thing at first. I'm looking dead at it, but I was thinking, I don't know why.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
I know,
I'm
right?
such a forgiving person though, so yes, it happens all the time though. I don't know why. I have no
I'm actually super excited that you're here, and I just want to do a shout out for, oh my gosh, Charmin went to the flea market for the first time this past weekend, and she sold out in 4 hours.
What?
Yeah, I went with 132 candles. I came back with 0.
Hey.
Listen, you guys have no idea. Y'all know that. Okay, so let me just kind of just tell you one quick thing. So look, this is so interesting how I got this started out with candles. I had died last year. I had died last year, and then when I came, they brought me back, and I was in a coma. And when I was in the coma, I lost 80% of my memory. And so when I came home, I was in heavy physical therapy, occupational therapy. So we were trying to do things to work with me in order. And believe it or not, this is how I got into candles. So I've literally only been doing candles maybe just for a few months.
But you're doing awesome. You have such a good start, and you're in the perfect group for this.
I'm excited. I love it.
Everybody in this group, they're all very positive, very supportive. They're all have the same kind of goals in mind. And I definitely am here for everybody as far as, helping you along your journey. Because I mean, I have a lot of experience. Last 2 years, I started out with just, little candles here and there. And then I started out with drink candles. And then I did drink candles for a while. And then I started at the flea market. And then they were like, these drink candles are really cool. Could you do food candles? And then I started doing food candles. And when I started doing my pies, it just boomed. And then it just clicked. It was like, wait a minute. If everybody goes crazy over all these pies and candles, let's get creative with this. I'm an artist, so. And then as soon as I started making like the brownie delights and everything, different desserts in the tins, and and my very first food candle was a strawberry sundae. And it was in one of those footed sundae glasses, and it was like, had a reddish tint color to it with a teal bottom, and I had like chocolate and sprinkles and strawberries, and I was like, "Yep, I'm in love." Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. Welcome to the class, Felina and Melinda.
Hey.
So there's a lot of people that actually aren't here today. Today is going to be very, very short. I'm going to go over the agenda and the materials that you guys will need to start doing your silicone molds. So you can actually get the materials this week if you have the money for it. If you have the budget for it, you can get it this week. I'm going to show you the website to go out to get the items and stuff, and then Reynolds is very, very good with shipping. They're just as fast as kind of science as far as shipping. So, and they have a lot of different locations around the country, and I can show you different locations. And yeah, so we're gonna get into that, and then yeah, you'll be able to get your stuff this week, and then have the materials for either the 8th or the 9th. So it depends on your schedule. You can go to either one, the 8th or the 9th. They're both at 6 o'clock. This week I'm going to be doing videos. I'm recording videos on the demonstration parts. As far as the flat molds, there's 3 types of molds that I'm going to be teaching this class. There's a lot of different types of molds and a lot of different products that Reynolds has. So there's going to be a lot of up and coming silicone mold classes on various things, but this one is going to start out with the 3 basics, and that is the flat molds that you have for the embeds, like blueberries, strawberries, all that stuff, cherries, all that stuff. And then you have the freestanding silicone molds. The freestanding silicone molds are the ones that are very difficult to make. They're the ones like the cupcakes. If you want to do a cupcake, that's freestanding. So you can't just pour silicone on the cupcake and there you go. So you have to like brush it on, and there's different steps and stuff, and there's silicone thickeners and stuff like that. So that's the second kind. And then the third kind is the bowls. Bowls are actually, bowls gave me the hardest time. I was how to learn how to do the bowls, which any bowl style is like the pies, the pie crusts, pie crust, waffle bowls. You can do, little bowls like this. I'll show you something real quick.
You okay in there?
Yeah. Yeah, my candle factory is taking over my house.
Oh,
He's also
You
started
okay?
off being a comedian too, huh?
oh, Lord.
A blooper. Okay.
Just call me the Three Stooge. I do slapstick as well. You can do like bowl silicone molds. This one
Nice. That's real nice. Oh wow,
Yeah.
I really like that one.
is a waffle bowl that I made.
Yeah, I like the waffle bowl.
This into a silicone mold. These cherries are actually wax, and I put the real stem into the cherries. I got that idea off of somebody in the
Somebody said it in a group.
Yes, I got
Yes.
that idea in the group. I was like, are those real cherries?
They were like, no, this is still.
And she goes, no, it's just the stems. I was like, oh, that's a great idea.
Great idea.
Great idea. So yeah.
So did you actually buy the cherries?
Yeah,
Did you
I bought the
Oh.
cherries, and then I bought the cherries and I made a silicone mold, a cast of it, and then out of the cast I made a couple cherries, and then out of the couple cherries I made I just kept making more until I had enough to make the silicone mold.
Oh,
And make the silicone mold out of the wax cherries and stuff.
now the stem on the cherry doesn't go bad though when you do it like that.
Well, I've had this one for about a week. One of them just fell off. I've had this one for about a week, and it hasn't gone bad. So
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks good. Okay.
All right. Let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to share my screen real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for materials, you're going to be going out to ReynoldsSam.com. So it's ReynoldsSam.com. They have a lot of different locations. My location is Orlando. And if you're like in Florida, Georgia, they do have one in Georgia. But if you're in Florida, the Orlando location is freaking awesome. The sales guys there are so helpful. You definitely don't want to just order online. You want to call these places and actually talk to a sales guy. And the sales guy will let you know like the differences between the products, the viscosity, and any other materials that you can need that you can get that you can pick up that will help your process of silicone mold making. The products that I had tested and that we're going to be doing in the class is we got two different types of silicone. So we got the Rebound 25 2 pounds trial size is $32. Now 2 pounds is 32 ounces. And when I started making silicone molds,
Dang.
when I started making silicone molds,
I'm gonna be broke.
I know, right?
yeah, silicone molds is expensive. It's $1 an ounce, roughly $1 an ounce. Actually a little bit more. For the Mold Max 14 NV, it's a little bit less than $1 an ounce. And we're gonna get into that as well. One of the other things that I'm gonna be teaching you guys is minimizing your
Cost.
silicone used per mold so you can maximize the amount of silicone molds that you can make. So when I first started making silicone molds, and that's pretty typical for all the companies out there, is you make a box, you pour the silicone mold over the items, and then you let it cure, get it out of the box, and then you have your mold. And that usually runs about in between 10 to 20, sometimes 20 ounces. So the 2 pound trial size would only do maybe 1 or 2 molds if you were to do it that way. And I wanted to try to come up with a different method of making silicone molds that would use less silicone so we can make more molds, which I did a lot of testing on a lot of different kinds. And the Rebound 25 is a brush-on silicone mold that you can actually apply to different various items while it is standing. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do that. And I went from for example, my pie crust. Tasha, how's that pie crust mold working out for you? Tasha, are you with me? You're muted. Okay, so I sent out a prototype to Tasha to test out for me. But I went from my normal pie crust silicone molds
Mhm.
being 16 to 21 ounces, down to, with the rebound 25, down to 3.5 ounces. So with the 2-pound trial size being 32 ounces, before I could only make 1 or 2, but with the new method, with the 3.5, I can make almost 10.
Mm.
So yeah, you can make almost 10 with this new method that I'm doing, and nobody out there is doing it. So you guys are in for a treat. You guys are in for a treat. So that's the rebound 25, and that is going to be for the bowls and the cupcakes. The Dragon Skin 10 NV 2-pound trial size, that is a very thin, high quality, is the absolute best silicone that you can get. It's like the clearish silicone that you can get. Let me get an example. Dragon Skin 10 NV is kind of a white clearish color.
Mm.
This, and it is the most flexible, most durable silicone out there without having to get a vacuum chamber, and that's what the NV stands for, no vacuum.
Oh, okay.
If you guys have an income and you guys have the means, a vacuum chamber from Reynolds would actually be a good purchase for later on. So if you're doing a business plan for starting up this silicone stuff for your business, that would definitely be a good investment halfway through your business plan. But without a vacuum chamber, this is the best silicone that you can get. And it's also the most expensive. So the next one is called Mold Max 14 NV, and this is the actual reason why I had to postpone the class to next week, is because I haven't used this yet, and I still have to make some videos on it and test it out. And so if you guys are on a budget, you don't have to get this. You can use this instead. But if you do have the budget, go ahead and get it, because I'm going to be using this for the flat molds for the embeds, which it doesn't need, like this one right here. I'm actually going to test this one right here with the Mold Max 14 NV, because you don't need all the flexibility with some silicone molds. Like this one, they pop out super easy. They don't have any like folds or anything like that, or ledges, or clips. So since they pop out super easy, you don't need this to be as flexible, so you can spend less on the silicone mold. The less you spend, the harder the silicone gets. So I'm going to try that one out. What you will need is chip brushes, and there's a lot of different brushes that you can get. If you're on a budget like I am, I'm definitely on a budget right now. You can go to the dollar store, and they have packs of those paint brushes, and you can get like 4 or 5 of those. You're going to need a lot of them because the silicone actually gets stuck into the paintbrushes and then dries, and then it's hard to paint another silicone mold. I am looking into a silicone solvent that you can use to clean your brushes, or put your brush immediately in the solvent to where the silicone does not harden, and then you can clean it off that way, so you can reuse the same brushes. Because buying a bunch of brushes all the time is gonna get expensive, and it's gonna cut into your profits and so forth. So the best thing that I've seen so far is there's a pack of 36 chip brushes on Amazon for 15 bucks or 16 bucks. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free shipping. Chip brushes are the best to use, and those are actually going to be required for the Rebound 25. Also, for the Rebound 25, you're going to need a 5X 1 ounce bottle of silicone thickener, and that'll be on the later stages of while you're making a freestanding silicone mold. It's $3 per 1 ounce bottle, and for every silicone mold, you're only going to need in between 1 and 6 drops. So it's going to last for a while, so you don't need any more than that. Next up is sculpting materials. So I'm going to go over all the materials, and then included in with this class is mentoring. So if you guys haven't friended me on Facebook, or don't have a way of messaging me on Facebook, you can go to the Candle Shelf on Facebook and then do message. You can message me on the Candle Shelf. And I will actually work with you all this week, to specialize, to customize the materials lists for your needs. Like if you're only going to make a couple different types of embeds, and you're not going to do cupcakes, and then you won't need a lot of this stuff. So yeah, just send me a message and let me know what you're wanting to do, and then I can tell you what you'll need and what you won't need, and I can personalize it to your needs. So for the sculpting materials, the freeform sculpt trial size, you're going to need that, and that is for making your own models. And the reason why you're going to be needing the sculpting materials is because a lot of the silicone mold companies out there have a copyright on their artwork. So if they make a pie crust, and pie crust is one of the big ones. Pie crust is, I actually got in trouble for this, so this is how I know. But for the pie crust, an artist will make the pie crust themselves, copyright that, and then make a silicone mold of it. So then when they sell the silicone mold, you cannot reproduce, you can't, it's called remolding, and remolding is a big no-no in the silicone mold industry. So you'll need to, if you plan on reselling your molds later in a retail capacity, you're going to be needing the sculpting materials to make your own models. Now you can make your own models, and this is for like the cupcakes and the pie crust, but as far as the embeds, as far as the strawberries and the cherries, you can actually use real, you don't need the sculpting materials, you can use real blueberries, you can use real strawberries, you can use real fruits for that. And I'll show you how to do that in the class next week with a Krylon. It's in the materials. I'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so the freeform sculpt trial size, that is for doing actual sculpting with a clay that hardens, that you can use silicone molds or silicone on to make the mold. The Sculptex X Soft 1 pound bar is a very, very soft, pliable clay that does not harden. So you can actually work with it and make little stands, like for the cupcakes. For the longest time, I couldn't get it to, I didn't know what to use. I made the silicone mold, but then it's upside down, so, and it's a point at the end. I didn't know what to use to make it stand straight up, so you can use the soft clay as a holder and a stand for that. But there's a lot of different uses for this. They're only $4.35, so I have not used the medium and hard yet, and those are actually coming this week. I think Tuesday or Wednesday is when they're gonna arrive. I'm gonna do some testing on that and some videos and stuff like that. So I'll have that ready, information on those products ready next week. The sculpting tools, they range from $5 to $30. You can get just the minimum 4 or 5 different sculpting tools that you can get. Amazon's really good. Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I think there's a couple other places that have them, but they range from like $5 for like 4 or 5 tools to $30 to $35 for like a humongous set. All right, so that's sculpting. Another thing for the sculpting is, this is optional, is you can get, it's called foam clay. It has, I'll show you the brand. It's called Big Tubbo Foam.
Wow.
But it's pretty pricey. This tub is like $40, but if you do have the budget for it, I would recommend it because it has a lot of different applications. And for example, I sold all my ice cream scoop molds, and I was making one for an order, and I didn't have the mold, and I just needed one for the order. So then you can use the foam clay as a temporary mold to just put it over a wax embed that you already have. If you need to make more, you just make a temporary mold like instantly right away of anything in your house. So it has a lot of different applications for that too. So that's just another optional temporary, like for example, the ice cream scoop mold that I made, was only like 50 cents to make. And then after you're done making the mold and pouring the wax and you get the embed out, you can actually reuse it. You can put it in with the rest of your clay, and you can actually reuse it later. So this is actually a reusable. It does harden if you leave it out, but it doesn't harden to the hardness like a normal clay does. It's like a bendable, flexible hardness. But the optional way of using it is to keep reusing it over and over for different various things, that like a specialty item. All right, so we got those. We got the sculpting materials. Miscellaneous supplies. All right, the Krylon Crystal Clear Acrylic Coat. And this is something that I've actually just found out recently. But if you apply the Krylon Crystal Clear Acrylic Coat to the, my webcam's not going to do this justice, but it actually helps the shine on embeds. It helps the shine on embeds if you use it on the fruit before you put the silicone mold on. Also helps getting the real fruit out of the silicone once it cures too. Only need one can of that. You can also get that at Michael's, Hobby Lobby's. Hobby Lobby is a very, very good place to get a lot of these because of the 40% discount. I know you guys are candle makers, so you guys know the tricks to Hobby Lobby. You go to Hobby Lobby, you get the 40% discount. You bring somebody with you to get another 40% discount, and you can get 2 items on 40% off. But yeah, Hobby Lobby always has the 40% discount coupon, and you can use it once a day. But yeah, I really like Hobby Lobby. The next thing you can get is Mod Podge, and that is a sealer. You can either get it from Amazon, Hobby Lobby, or Michael's. Hot glue guns, very, very cheap. The really small ones, you don't need a big one. And that is to secure the items to your base for the silicone molds. You will need a scale because the silicone molds, silicone and components are A and B. They have A and a B, and you have to mix them. And sometimes you have to mix them the exact same amount of A and B. So a scale is needed. Ounces and grams are recommended. You'll need an X-Acto or box cutter knife, and this is to split the molds and also trim the molds. You'll need poster boards and scissors, and these are for specialty items that you don't have like a Tupperware container for already, and you need a specialized container to hold in the silicone while you're making the mold. So it's for the borders and stuff like that. You can make. I actually had to make one of the a personalized, customized for one of my really big 14-inch pies. All right. The foam clay is optional, and the reason why it's optional is because we have these Sculptex clays. So since we have these Sculptex, these are going to actually be more durable and actually harden better than the foam clay. So we're going to be using these mainly, but then if you have a specialty item or would like something, like you have a little figurine or something that you want to do a silicone mold of, then the foam clay is really really good to have. The other thing is when you're doing a brush on silicone mold, sometimes the silicone molds are not very durable. So when you're turning the silicone mold upside down, you don't have anywhere to put it. And when you're pouring the wax in, you don't want any indents in it. So you want a cast for it. So it'll hold the silicone mold in there. And then I do that with the dry mix plaster, which is super, super cheap. You can get that at, I think you actually get it at the dollar stores as well. Hobby Lobby, Michaels, they have a really nice option on Amazon. But yeah. So that is all the materials.
That's a lot.
And I'm basically showing you guys and telling you guys all what I'm getting for the class to give you a reference to what I'll be using. And you don't have to get all these. For example, if you just want to start out with just embeds like strawberries, cherries, and so forth, Dragon Skin 10 NV is perfect for that. You just start out with Dragon Skin 10 NV, 2 pounds trial size, $32, and some Tupperware, and you can actually make some silicone molds with that only. Tupperware and Dragon Skin 10 NV, you can start making silicone molds right away. So if you want to start light, just get the Dragon Skin 10 NV, 2 pound trial size. You can start making silicone molds with Tupperwares. And I'll show you how to do that next week as well. If you want to start doing other things like cupcakes and pie crust and more difficult silicone molds, then I would suggest getting the Rebound 25. If you're wanting to so it's kind of like beginners. If you're beginning, I would recommend the Dragon Skin 10 NV. If you're intermediate, Dragon Skin and the Rebound. And for advanced, I would get the Mold Max 14 NV to really professionally cut your costs as far as raising your profit margins. But yeah. So there's the materials. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, your class and video, whether you got a class or a video only, either one, I am more than willing to help you and mentor you through this class, which is why the higher price on this class, also because of the materials, how expensive the materials are. But I'll help you out on Facebook. Just send me a message. I can personalize your materials to what you need and give you kind of like a plan of attack. But I'm really looking forward to next week. You can come to either one of the classes, 8th or 9th, and it starts at 6 o'clock both days. I will record each class. So if you do attend the class, I'll be sending you the video. If you do get the video only, I'll be sending the video of the class a couple days after the class out to your email. And it'll be a link to an unlisted YouTube video that you'll have exclusive paid access to. I am working on new classes for February, and this is for the grand reopening of the Candle Chef Academy. And the new platform is where I'm stepping away from the YouTube unlisted videos and putting the videos, edited videos, straight on candlechef.com. And so when you do purchase a class or a video or whatever, the video will be instantly available for you to download. So you'll have it on your hard drive. Kind of like a digital product, like an ebook. But that's not coming out until February. So this class video will be still on the YouTube. Also, if you have the video, if you purchase the video only, this option won't be available to you, and you can upgrade at any time before the class, anytime before Friday at noon, you can upgrade your video only to join us in the class. But if you do join me in the class, one thing that I'm going to be doing this class is, and in the future, is if you attend the class, you get a certificate and then an option to be sponsored on thecandlechef.com to sell your products, as long as the product is up to standard. And then if it's not up to standard, I can work with you to get, get it nicer or present it better or something like that. We can work on it together, so you guys can make some money.
Sounds awesome.
Does that sound like a plan?
Yes.
All right. I'm so excited for this. Any questions?
Do you have to have all of those types of silicone? I do got some that I had inherited some silicone.
What kind of silicone?
I was trying to look it up, but it's called RTV silicone.
Is it a platinum cure, tin cure?
Oh.
Is it polyurethane?
Let me see. Hold on.
Does it say polyurethane rubber on it?
Let me see. No, I see some says adhesive sealant.
Oh, that is not the right silicone that you need.
That's not the right one.
No.
Okay.
I would start out with the Dragon Skin 10 ND.
Okay.
Yeah, just do the trial size, and then you can also get the thickener.
Okay. So I don't want nothing. I mean, I got a lot of molds and I'm perfectly satisfied with them all. But I just want to, I do want to do that bowl.
Oh, well then you'll need, instead of getting the Dragon Skin and 10 NV, I'll get the Rebound.
The Rebound? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The Rebound is for the crusts, the freestanding ones like the cupcakes and stuff like that. So
Okay.
you can actually also, I'm going to show you a way to use the Rebound for the embeds as well.
Oh, okay.
You paint it on and then you put clay underneath as far as a stabler, and then you use less silicone that way.
Okay. Okay, cool. So I'll aim at getting that because I'm like, that's the only thing I want.
Yeah, you can just start with the Rebound 25 and the thickener.
Okay.
And the brushes.
And the brushes, yeah.
I'm going to send you a message because a lot of the stuff I already got, I don't necessarily know if I want to sell, but I want to be able to create the different type of molds that I want that I cannot find. Does that make sense? So
yep. Just send me a message on the different items that you want to make a mold of, and I will let you know which silicone that I'm going to be demonstrating for that type next week.
And one more question, like if I wanted to upgrade to I think I just got the video. I'm not for sure. But if I wanted,
no, you got.
I just got the class.
Yeah, I have you down for the class as well.
So I wanted to know, like, okay, so how much more would I have to send to you to just get upgrade to the class? I mean, to video too.
Oh, you got the class and the video.
Oh, I did?
Yes.
So what can I upgrade to then? Nothing? Oh, okay.
You're upgraded. The only other
I'm straight.
Yeah, you're straight.
I gotta make sure.
You are fully upgraded. The only other thing that you don't have is a 1 hour one-on-one.
Oh, I might need to do that. I might need to do that.
That is
I'm gonna send you a message. Yeah.
that will be available soon as well. I'm going to be announcing February's class schedule, the monthly class schedule for February. I'll be announcing that this week, and then along with that, I'm going to be listing all the classes for February this week as well, and my Shopify, thecandlechef.com, and then one of those will be the coaching. So I'll list that as well. So if you guys do need extra coaching for personalization and customization, then I can help you out that way too. So.
Can I ask you one quick question? It has nothing really to do with the class, but kind of sort of with the whole entire business.
Yeah.
So when you're starting a candle business, do you recommend that you do a LLC, a B Corp, or a sole proprietor?
I would recommend a LLC.
Okay, good.
I'd recommend LLC, and then also there's different types of LLCs, and you don't have to talk to somebody about it. I had to talk to somebody. They explained it to me, and I still had questions. So
yeah,
there's two different types. There's one where all your taxes and stuff, everything goes under your personal name, and then also there's another type of LLC where it does not go under your personal name. It goes under your business name.
Right.
And it's actually, when you're first starting out, it's actually better to do it on your personal one, so you can actually report the income or the earnings as income. If you have it under your business and you report a loss, then you basically have no income, and you can't report the income. So then when you go to get a business loan or financing or anything like that, they're like, well, how much have you made? You can't, if you have everything under your business name, you can't show them that you had a personal income, which is something that I actually ran into. I needed financing for my warehouse. And they're like, how much money did you make? And I'm like, well, everything's under my business. And they're like, oh, so you didn't make anything. All right.
Wow.
Oh man. Okay. That's good to know though.
Yeah, I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
If I can chime in, I'm sorry, this is Autumn. My son changed my name. A single person, so you can do an LLC with a single person, and a single person LLC runs through your taxes.
Yes.
But if you have two people on it, it will not run through your taxes. It's considered like your personal taxes, it's considered a business. So it also depends on the number of people that are members of the LLC.
Yes, that is true. Once you have a partner, if you hire somebody, once you add somebody on there, then you can know, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Okay. It's only about ownership. So if in members, instead of like being a CEO in an LLC, the technical term is a member. So,
okay. That's
so
good.
Yeah.
Good information. Thank you.
Yep.
Great information.
I'm so excited. I had my classes in September, and then I had like the holidays coming up, and I had all this drama in my life, and yeah. Anyway, but all that's over, and I had to take a pause, and I had to take a break, and I miss you guys. I miss you guys.
So sweet.
Yes.
We back.
Yes. I'm so excited about everything that you got coming up. I cannot wait to see what your brain produces next. Like I'm so
that brain produced too much.
Right?
It's so busy.
here for it all.
Entrepreneurial brain.
Yes.
Visionary. I like the. Who is that?
Pretty baby.
Who is that, Felina?
My grandbaby.
Oh my God, it's adorable.
Hi.
He was fussing, so I turned the video on. So if he can see himself, he's quiet. I was pushing him on his little train. You say hi?
But yeah, I am so excited.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna get going. I need to upload this to YouTube and then get this out to the people that weren't able to make it today. And then I will see you guys either Friday or Saturday at 6 p.m. I'll send out the invites to your email. And then if you don't get it in your email, just send me a message on Friday and I'll send it to your message.
Oof.
Well,
right.
you have a great evening. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
The cat
Bye-bye.
out.
Mhm.